In a few hours, the green flag drops at Pocono, and almost the entire NASCAR world has already decided how this story ends. Denny Hamlin, the king of this racetrack, riding a two-race winning streak. One victory away from rewriting the history books. At the one track he's dominated more than any driver who has ever lived. Everyone has crowned him already. The coronation is basically scheduled. But there's one man standing quietly in the way. One driver almost nobody is talking about this week. He isn't just some random spoiler. He is the defending champion of this exact race. The man who just last year on this very same track beat Denny Hamlin head-to-head to win. He led the most laps that day. He held Hamlin off when it mattered most. And now he's back, overlooked, underestimated, and perfectly capable of ruining the biggest day of Denny Hamlin's recent career. His name is Chase Briscoe. And while the whole sport is busy preparing Hamlin's record-breaking party, Briscoe is sitting right there, with a fast car and a track he's already conquered. So today, before the race, we're going to break down why everyone's ignoring the defending winner, how he beat Hamlin here last year, the quiet momentum nobody's noticing, and whether he can pull off the spoiler nobody sees coming. Stay with me. This, Chase the drama, we actually break down what really happened. If you're new here, take a quick second to hit that subscribe button, because this community is growing every week, and we cover these NASCAR stories with the detail they truly deserve. All right, let's get into it. There's a very good reason the entire toll sport expects Denny Hamlin to win today. The case for him is genuinely overwhelming. Start with the track itself. Pocono isn't just a track where Hamlin is good. It's the track where he is the greatest of all time. Hamlin is the all-time winningest driver in Pocono history, with 7 career victories. More than any driver who has ever turned a lap here. He also leads all active drivers at Pocono in top 5 finishes, top 10s, poles, and laps led. He has led laps in 11 consecutive Pocono races. And over the past 9 races at this track, he's collected 3 wins, 3 runner-up finishes, and a 4th. This place is his kingdom, full stop. Now add the storyline on top of it. Hamlin comes into today riding a 2-race winning streak, having just won at Michigan. And that Michigan win was historic in its own right. It moved him to 63 career victories, tying the legendary Kyle Busch on the all-time wins list. So if Hamlin wins today, at Pocono, it wouldn't just be another trophy. It would be win number 64, moving him past Kyle Busch and into sole possession of a place higher up the greatest list in the sport. A record-breaking victory at his best track on a hot streak. You can see why everyone's has already written the headline. The story practically writes itself. And that right there is exactly the problem. Because when everyone assumes they know how a race ends, that's usually when NASCAR reminds you that nobody does. So let's talk about the man everyone forgot. Chase Briscoe, driver of the number 19 Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing. Here's the fact that should stop every is a lock conversation in its tracks. Chase Briscoe is the defending winner of this race. Last year, right here, Pono, Briscoe didn't back into a victory or get lucky with fuel strategy. He earned it. He started 6th, and then he went out and led a race-high 72 laps. 72. More than anyone else in the field that day. And in the closing stretch, was at its highest. The win was none other than Denny Hamlin, the Pocono king himself, trying to run him down. And Briscoe held him off. He beat Hamlin at Hamlin's best track in a straight fight to the finish. That wasn't just Briscoe's first win for Joe Gibbs Racing. It was a statement that this Pocono racetrack suits him just as well as it suits the king. And it's worth remembering, Pocono has been good to Briscoe beyond just that one Cup win. He's also a past winner in NASCAR's second-tier series at this track. So this isn't a fluke track for him. This is a place where Chase Briscoe simply knows how to get around and knows how to win. Yet somehow, in all the build-up this week, his name has barely come up. Defending champion of the race, an afterthought. And in racing, an underestimated defending winner with a fast car is one of the most dangerous things on the grid. Now you might be thinking, okay, but if Briscoe is such a threat, why isn't anyone talking about him? And the answer reveals exactly why he's so dangerous today. It's simple. He's been overshadowed. The entire NASCAR conversation right now is consumed by giants. Denny chasing history, the championship battle at the top of the standings, the big crashes and injuries from Michigan. There's only so much spotlight to go around, and a quietly consistent driver doing his job every week doesn't grab headlines the way a record chase does. But quietly consistent is exactly what Chase Briscoe has been. Look at his recent form. His number 19 team just scored their third top 10 finish in the last 4 races, including a solid 10th place result at Michigan. That's not a team in a slump. That's not a team struggling for speed. That's a team building momentum. It's exactly the right time. Completely under the radar. And that's the trap that everyone betting on Hamlin is walking into. When all the attention, all the pressure, and all the expectation is piled onto one driver, it frees up his rivals to operate in the shadows. No pressure, no spotlight, just a fast car, a track he's already won on, and a chance to shock everyone. Briscoe doesn't have to carry the weight of history today. He just has to do what he already did last year. And history shows us, over and over, that the driver nobody's watching is often the one who steals the show. And here's where this whole thing becomes almost poetic. Think about the setup for a second. Denny Hamlin wants to break the record at Pocono to make this track, his track, the site of one of the biggest moments of his career. But the last time these two raced here, Chase Briscoe, who stood in victory lane, and Denny Hamlin, who finished behind him. So imagine the scenario that could unfold today. Hamlin on the hunt for his historic 64th win, charging toward the front in the closing laps, and the car he has to get past to make history is the exact same driver who denied him at this track 1 year ago. The defending champion, playing spoiler to the record breaker at the scene of their last duel. You could not script a better storyline. And if Briscoe beats Hamlin again, if he denies the king his record, on the very track where he's already beaten him once, it would instantly become one of the most memorable moments of the season. A win that means even more because of who it would deny and what it would deny him. That's the kind of drama that's sitting right there, completely ignored, while everyone polishes the trophy for someone else. Now, to be completely fair, Briscoe isn't the only obstacle between Hamlin and history. And that's worth understanding too. Because Pocono is called the tricky triangle for a reason. It's one of the most unpredictable, demanding tracks on the entire, each requiring a different approach, on a layout that races more like a road course than a traditional oval. It's a place where setups are a guessing game, where track position is everything, and where one small mistake or one bad pit stop can wreck a great day. This is not a track where the favorite cruises to an easy win. It's a track full of variables. Tire strategy will matter today, especially with the specific tire package the cars are running here. Fuel mileage could come into play. A late caution could scramble everything. And there are other strong contenders in this beyond Bristol outcome. The point is this: the path to history is never as smooth as the storyline makes it sound. Hamlin is the favorite, and deservedly so. But Pocono has a long history of humbling favorites, and today there's a defending champion lying in wait who's already proven he can win here. So can Chase Briscoe actually pull off the spoiler? Let me give you the honest assessment. The case for him is real. He's the defending winner. He's beaten Hamlin here before. His team has genuine momentum, and he'll be racing with zero pressure while everyone watches the other guy. Those are real, meaningful advantages. But I'll be straight with you too. Hamlin is the rightful favorite, and beating him at Pocono twice in a row would be a serious accomplishment. The king is the king for a reason, and a driver chasing a career milestone tends to find another gear. So I'm not telling you Briscoe is going to win. I'm telling you he absolutely can, and that the racing world ignoring him completely is a mistake. Here's what to watch for once the race starts. Keep your eye on whether Briscoe and the number 19 can stay near the front through the long green flag runs. That's where he was so strong last year. Watch how he handles the middle stage, and whether he's there at the end when it matters. And most of all, watch what happens if it comes down to a late battle between Briscoe and Hamlin again. Because if those two end up side by side in the final laps, with Precourt on the line, that's the moment this entire race, and maybe this entire weekend, will be remembered for. Everyone's expecting a coronation, but the defending champion didn't get the memo. Let's see what happens when the green flag flies. So now I want to hear from you. Do you think Chase Briscoe can spoil the party and beat Denny Hamlin at Pocono again? Or does the King break the record today at his best track? And if you had to bet right now, who's your pick to win the Great American Getaway 400? Drop your thoughts down in the comments. If this breakdown was worth your time, do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe to Freedom Line News, where we cover every NASCAR story with the detail it actually deserves. Thanks for watching, and enjoy the race. I'll see you in the next one.